Hey family, make sure you join us on the new and improved AfricanDiasporaNews.org. Now, it is our uncensored and raw truth website. We have to make sure to have our own website because on social media platforms, they do have rules, and at any time they could change a rule and shut a whole genre down. Now, that would not happen to us because on AfricanDiasporaNews.org, we can speak the truth. We don't have to hold back. So make sure you join our website today. There was a picture that just came out from a Trinity high school. They're going to have their homecoming. And, that's normal, to you ask a girl to homecoming. But this, particular proposal from, one of the students was, a little interesting. So if you see on the picture here, it says, if I was black, I would be picking, and you see the cotton here. It said, but I'm white, so I'm picking you. That's interesting. Now, according to what the sister had posted, this person only got a 1-day suspension. He played sports. He never got, taken away from that, in which this is to be expected when they do things like this, unless black people press them. And I'm talking about a full court press, because usually when we start pressing them, they're going to have to do something about it. Now, this particular kid, because he's a kid, he didn't grow up in the 1800s or 1700s. He don't know one black person that's picked any kind of cotton, but yet this is what he's saying. Let me tell you something. The anti-black racism is cultivated in the homes of the white supremacists. They teach their children to have this attitude toward black people. Some of them first time even saying the N-word is about 2 years old. Reason why I say 2 years old is around the time they learn to speak, and they hear that mess in their home and they start repeating it. That's where it comes from. This is why when your kid go to school, public school, then your child come home saying that one of their children called you the N-word or called you a monkey, etc. That's a child. That child learned that behavior. Nobody is born saying those words. This is why I'm not a big fan of the public school system, because the public school system has a lot of anti-black bias. We know this with the teaching. We know this with the hiring and in administration. I'm a firm believer that black Americans need to find private schools that's ran by us as black people, support those schools, pay for those schools, or homeschool. That is the best safe space that black people can have in the area of their education. Because when you have a lot of that going on in the school, it affects the mental health of black children in the area of learning. And when you have your education affected, your self-esteem affected, it just affects you all the way around. Listen, I understand why this happens. I've been doing this for years, folks. I understand the mentality of the white supremacists. I get it. I believe what the white supremacists do to their children is very harmful, because the more and more America goes along, the less and less of people like them is in this country. You understand? And their children are going to have to live a different reality than what they lived. And so you have all this hatred for black people or whatever you got going on. I would like to see how you navigate later in life. That's all. It takes more energy to have hatred for people than just to have love for people. That's it. And why black people is always living rent free in your mind? That's the question I have. We're always in your mind. We could be nowhere in the room. We could not even be in the school, and you still thinking about us. You are hella obsessive with black folk. Why? I mean, I know we awesome people. I know that. I know we fly. I know we trendy. I know we set the culture standard. I know. I know. We just so fly. I know. It's kind of hard not to think about us. That's why you hate us, because you can't do what we do at all. You have to cheat to get even halfway close to what we can do with even competition. We know that. That's why your system is so set up to sabotage black folks, because you get on the even playing field with black people, you lose. Every time. You lose. You don't want to compete with us. But we live so rent-free in your mind, because black folks had nothing to do with that. This dude in his mind, the thing about it, in his rabbit mind, when he got a poster board, when got some cotton balls or whatever, in his mind, oh, let me think about a way to ask a girl to the homecoming. Oh, black people used to pick cotton. So, oh, yeah, let me put that down. That is weird. That is so weird. What I look like as a dude, I want to ask a young girl out if I'm in high school and I'm using another race of people to talk about their history that my people did wrong to go ask a girl out. That is so lame, bruh. That's lame. I don't see how a female would even accept that, but you know, if they think like you, then they think that's cute. And that's fine. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, you know, like I said, we live rent-free in these people's minds, and it's to be expected, to be honest with you. Don't be, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? And any of you new viewers that's here, you know, the way we come across here, we are just straight to the point here. We're going to give it raw. We're going to give it the truth here, no matter what it is. We're going to tell you how it is in America. And that's how it is. Period. I'm not saying all people are bad or nothing like, no. There are great individuals in all groups. But collectively, you haven't proven nothing to me in 500 years that you got great intentions toward Black America. That's for sure. So please, Black America, just accept that and just deal with it. If you choose to stay here in America, of course. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this, you know, ladies and gentlemen. I just can't understand the mentality because I'm a human and, you know, some of the first human beings on the earth, actually. I just don't understand anyone that that comes from mankind. I just don't understand it. So I definitely high school, I had way more to do than think about some other dudes. Make sure you pick up my 2 books that's in Amazon right now. The first one is Passive Aggressive Racism and the System of White Supremacy. And I talk about in that particular book how the system of white supremacy really runs and on our daily lives here in America. In our latest book, 7 Steps to Decolonize the Mind, we go through those steps to try to deprogram you from the system of white supremacy. Make sure you can pick up those books on Amazon.com.